How you doing? So without knowing who you are, without knowing you personally, I know this for a fact about you, that your life is big. And if you don't feel that, if you don't believe that, then you're trapped into a small consciousness. You spend your days kind of just chipping away at yourself, asking yourself the wrong questions, hanging out with the wrong people, feeding yourself the wrong type of experiences and information. You must connect with the larger you, the big life that you have. And the only reason why you are in this small consciousness is because you are not making an active, daily, consistent effort to grow into the size that you are, that big, gigantic you that you are supposed to get fitted into to take your life to where you want it to be. You must understand this. There's a consciousness that will raise you above this mediocre, non-progressive type of race to the bottom attitude that we constantly run. You don't need any self-confidence to start doing that. You don't need that sort of stuff. You need to make yourself make a move. You need to feed yourself with the memories of something you have done well so you can boost your belief. You need belief, a belief that you can. Because that's what's going to make you make a better effort. That's what's going to make you tap into a potential that is higher than you are used to. Not the common things that everybody is forcing upon you and telling you that you're this, you're that. No, you're not qualified for this. Only certain people get that. So a belief system that's causing us to be in this small trap. You know, we hear gratitude and we hear positive thinking and we think it's all this motivational mumbo jumbo, but it is science. It's not only psychology, it is science, because the thoughts that you run physically trigger certain chemical reactions in the brain and the body, and those chemicals determine the states that you're in. The whole endorphins and all that type of chemical that's in your body, the cortisol levels, all those things that you hear them talk about. I don't want to get into the science of it, but it is actually science that makes you feel a certain way. They tell you to be grateful and to think positive, not for some motivational stuff that's going to give you this burst, but it's a way to make you physically get into a different state, emotionally get into a different state, so it can physically affect your body. If you don't feel good, you won't do good. And feelings start in the minds, the neurological impacts and chemicals that are triggered in your brain that send signals to your physical body that make you feel lazy or make you feel pumped up or make you feel energized. Unless you figure those out, how to get yourself into a positive, empowered, just energetic state, then you're not going to do anything. That's why you hear they say, you just repeat those affirmations, be grateful for what you have, so you can think yourself into a better chemical state as far as your body is concerned. So you will believe differently and you will have the energy to act differently. So you don't feed your mind the memories of the failures and the people who are against you and the things that happened in your childhood and what your mom did and what the in-laws did and what your friends did and what your sisters and brother do. You feed yourself things that are empowering, that causes better, more powerful endorphins and morphines to be released in the mind so that your body can get a better dose of these chemicals that will make you feel better, so you can expand into the big life that you have. Your life is not small. You're just trapped into a small consciousness. Your life is huge. As human beings, you have untapped potential that is unimaginable. And it is not only for some people, it's for everybody. So if you can embrace that, then your life will start to move forward. If you understand how that works in your mind, the information you feed yourself with, and the belief systems you have, then you start to shift. Because it's really, and it is so very incredibly difficult to be big when little has got you. You cannot afford little to get you. So break out of that little small paradigm in the mind and embrace big. You don't have to embrace big only when you have a big bank account and big jobs and big cars. You can embrace big from inside, because we're waiting for those external signals, and that's what is keeping us from making a move. Not understanding that everything that's you now do, you once couldn't do, and everything that you see people have, you have the potential, because it starts within for you to affect something that's without. Have a good day, guys.